My name is Mary Beth Downing, and I'm a real estate agent here in Dayton, Ohio. I'm also a property investor myself, and I work with several investors, both local and out of state. I've helped investors buy both single-family homes and multifamilies. I chose Dayton as the place I wanted to invest in for real estate because, like a lot of young investors, I knew that I wanted to get started, but I didn't have a lot of money to do it with. When you live in a big city, even though rent's really high, property values are higher. It's just not possible to buy something on a 30-year fixed mortgage and then rent it out and get positive cash flow. I knew that I needed to have leverage, so I looked towards Dayton. In Dayton, I could put down $11,000 and then I could turn around and rent my property out for 45% more than my monthly payment. After 3 years, my property value was up by 24% and my rental value had gone up 10% as well. You just can't get those numbers somewhere else, and that's why I thought Dayton was the place for me to build my portfolio. The great thing about Dayton real estate for investors is we have a lot of different kinds of properties that are going to attract different kinds of investors. We have a lot of properties that have been vacant for years that are total rehab projects, and they're great for people who are looking for a full rehab when they can get the property for a really low dollar amount. We also have different properties that you can buy turnkey and you can turn around and rent them for a positive cash flow. We have neighborhoods that are B and C class where you can make a pretty good rent, or we have neighborhoods that have been hit harder by the Great Recession and they're more up and coming and they're a greater risk, but they're also lower value now and they have the greatest potential for return. We also have trendy up and coming neighborhoods that are more modern, a little newer construction. So we really have a little bit of everything depending on what kind of investment you're looking to make. Dayton is definitely a city that's starting to show up on the radar of out-of-state investors. With property on the West Coast and other big city hubs being so high, investors have to look to mid-sized cities in order to find the kind of return that they're looking for. With the internet today, it's really easy for an investor to look at properties, explore properties, and see what's available to them. I always recommend that someone come to Dayton and really see for themselves what the city's like, but it's not always possible. And there are plenty of people who do buy properties sight unseen. I always offer to go take video, take pictures for people. I can help them arrange to have inspections done. I can help them find contractors. I can send them information about different neighborhoods, crime statistics, and proximity to different employment hubs. That way they really know what they're buying. As far as long-term viability goes, the city of Dayton really has a lot going for it. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is one of the biggest employers in the city, and they really bring people from all over the world and all over the country to work on different contracts, and they're huge in research and development. The city of Dayton also has a lot of jobs in healthcare and e-commerce. The city is also really well known for our breweries. We have great restaurants, and the city's put a lot of money into different outdoor activities like bike trails, the metro parks, water activities. There's really something for everything, and it's a great city to raise a family. That really says a lot for people who want to move here, which is good for investors who are looking for people to rent to and people to buy their properties. It's not uncommon for there to be a shortage of multi-units on the market. One of the biggest requests I get from investors is to show them more duplexes, more 4-unit buildings, and more apartments that are 9 units or more. I think one of the biggest hesitations for an owner of a multi-unit is they don't want to put their property on the market and have it sit vacant and miss out on rental income opportunity. It's absolutely possible to sell a unit with tenants already in it, and it happens all the time. One of the biggest things that a buyer is going to want to know is they're going to want to be able to see rent rolls, they're going to want to be able to see your profit and loss, They're going to want to know what your net income is. They're going to want to know what operating expenses are. And the more I can do to show a potential buyer that something is a good investment opportunity, the more likely they are to buy.